And yeah, we should be set to get rolling. Let the tournament begin. Oh, right. I can fix this up quickly. I'll pretend to be Penzo for a moment. Hi guys, Penzo here. I play ARMS. I'm a good kid Cobra. Today I feel like being the leaf. I hope she doesn't mind. How much did you miss? Not much. I'm trying to learn motion, so I'm gonna get completely creamed. Because I have no idea how to move, how to aim. I'm gonna walk. That was not meant to happen. That was... I have a bad button set for that. Oh god, that's right. That's not how you do that. Oh no! Oh no! No! Stay away. Oh god. Yeah, I could have stopped that. I could have stopped that. This is the weirdest game. It's a little interesting. That would be very accurate in terms of me driving, Hamma. I'm not a good driver. I'm not comfortable driving. So if this makes you feel like you're watching a blind person drive, it works. Because I would basically be that because my anxiety would not let me drive properly. Kill the doggo. Oh, God. I have... Oh, I blocked something! Yes! We're figuring things out on the fly. I fixed the controls up to some degree, but I don't remember all the buttons. What's the... This is shield. Oh god, this is awful. Have I played Apex yet? I don't know what Apex is. If you mean that's an event... No, I've not gone to Apex. I've hit him a few times. I'll call that a success. Oh god, don't go for grabs like that. Leave! Leave! Please! Guys, I've give up. I'm no longer a professional ARMS player. No, I'm a motion loser. It's the Fortnite of this week. Alright, he bans Mausoleum and Scrap. I almost said let's go to Mausoleum. Sparring. Yeah. Let's go. There. Hang on. Let me look at the controls again. Okay. So that's guard. Maybe I should set this button as guard. That's dash, let's jump. And let's play with the sensitivity. Let's put it back down to 0. No, let's put it to 1. No! So, let's make... Let's leave it like that. So, a lot of you might see me playing right now and be like, Maleev, why are you sucking so much? It's because I'm not good with motion controls. I might as well learn. I don't see a problem with it. It would be nice. No, what, face cam? Not right now. I haven't shaved. I've still got an ugly man face. Well, yeah, we'll just work with classic Malieve. Classic defaults, Malieve who doesn't jump ever. We'll make that work. What was my rush button again? That's shield. This is so bad! Nope! I am improving! Oh, that actually would have been a KO! No! No! Alright. We got this. We got this. I'm learning how to move. Oh, gods. Chip. Please. Nice shot, Malieve. You got this. I started the homie, and then I stopped the homie. Guys, I think Malieve's lost herself. It's called a homie hammer. Nope. Yes. Yes. I'm glad that I'm an expert at least on how to use these arms, so I can have no idea what I'm doing and still understand what I'm doing. Oh god, yeah, I'm not gonna live this one. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'll enter that score. Leave. Lost handedly. Not surprised. In the slightest. How can you forget the homie exists? It's literally a subscriber role for my channel. That's all I talk about. No, actually, the homie's really good. Those arms, they're not the greatest, but they are pretty competent tools. You might see them used more effectively in later matches with players who aren't using motion controls, and nobody uses homie in tourneys, so you forget. Gilly, I've used it a decent amount. No, it's fine for people to roast me, Gaddy. I'm not worried. I am not worried in the slightest. Roast me all day. Because when I'm like how I am right now, I don't care. You could try roasting me, and about as bad as you're gonna get is me going, lol. You're upset over the fact that I'm doing something silly. Is Spicy around? Does anybody know where Spicy D... Oh, they're in there. Okay. So they're doing their match. Let's see. I'm guessing... Yeah, it looks like it's going alright. Alright, so... We'll probably... Chico, if you hear this... Yes. That is correct. Is this dude a trans? Well, first off... I am female. Nah, it's not dude a trans. It's she is female. Or she is trans, yes. No, he is trans, because I didn't transition from female to male. It's the other way around. Gilly isn't even here. I mean, he doesn't have to be here. I just need somebody to finish their match or talk to me. You sound like a dude? I'm kind of sick. Just being sick messes with a lot of voices. You probably wouldn't be surprised on that, but like, I just came back from Heart of Battle. My voice is completely wrecked. I caught something. My throat is not as good as it should be. I mean, I could just start talking like this and do all my commentary this way. This actually isn't too painful. And it probably would be a lot easier on my throat than trying to talk the way I'm most comfortable with. But I'd rather not. That actually didn't feel too bad for controls. With practice, I think I can pick that up. Let me look at the controls a little bit and fix them on stream and force you all to watch while we're waiting for our next match. Let's see. So, could probably, yeah, what do I have for Rush? That button? I ain't gonna press that button for Rush. That's like so out of the way. I'm squeaky, and when I'm sick it makes it even squeakier. Yeah! Being sick can change a lot of sounds. No, I don't sound like Maleev. I sound like sick Maleev. It's different. I promise you. So, yes! I like that. I like the idea of that. Yes. And that's Rush? Okay. I got it. I like it. The only sounds that matter are sounding like Master Mummy and inferior. Mummy. Alright, let's see. How's the brackets going? Nobody's talking. I'm guessing they're all in the middle of matches. Hopefully they finish soon. I'm gonna take this moment to awkwardly try to slurp down some of my lunch. Alright, Merv has sustained herself. Turning 15 in 10 days? Oh gods, I remember when I was 15. Wasn't cool. I did not enjoy it. But then again, I was a different person then. Alright, let's see. What we're gonna stream next, let's do Steelhead and Bunny Champ. Let's do that quickly. So they're gonna be going to Sparring Ring, and I'll just... Oh, it's already Sparring Ring. Nice! I'm so ahead of on this stuff. You are cool as hosting me. Thank you, cool. Hi, sweetie. Can I paste a copy paste pic in chat? Please don't. Not right now. I appreciate it, but not this time. And we've got Bunny Champ as the other one. Alright, so this will probably be a little more interesting because I'll actually be commentating. Unlike last time, where I literally wasn't. Alright. Getting into this match, we've got Steelhead of STL fame facing off against Bunny Champ. I've seen Bunny Champ here and there. I've had some light interactions with him, but I've never really seen them too often. To my memory, they are a ribbon girl, though it looks like we're going to be watching some Dr. Coyle with Double Chilla going in here. Steel, very well known for being a default Max Brass, a masterful one of that. But with recent changes, he's actually looked into some customs, and as you can see now, he's trying out the Chakram. Match starting off, Bunny Champ is in a light lead, and does already have Rush ready, is likely looking for an opportunity just through general pressure to find a moment to go in and try to land a Rush. Steel, ready with his own Rush, is starting to pick up on what Bunny Champ is trying to do with this fight, and is just finding an opportunity to respond to it and lands a successful Rush even with his own nade blowing himself up. Gets a really nice punish attempt, does not connect as Bunny Champ is going to parry it down with the Chilla. And now both players about even. This does give Steelhead the comeback mode, and when Max Brass gets that, he gets increased armor, he just is bigger, he's faster, and he gets perma charge, and you get to see them do stuff like that. Just cleanly takes takes a couple hits and gets the first round. Moving on into our second round, it does appear that Steelhead is going to be swapping over to a Phoenix, and Bunny Champ sticking with the double Chilla. Hang on, I'm just gonna make sure. Jico and Tame will be streamed next. So we get that set up. Bunny, recognizing that Steel had set himself up to be a little vulnerable, gets a nice grab to just punish with that freeze, and is holding a slight health lead here. Steel had already used his rush, wasn't too effective, and that freeze going to stop Steel for a moment, but Bunny was a little too patient there and ends up getting hard punished by a grab. Steel, recognizing that rush coming, just safely throws out his shield. And now, Steel just looking for one more hit. Potentially could do some serious shield damage and might even break it if he sets himself up well with his rush. And Bunny Champ looking to try to get an Ice Chain, not going to get anything though, as Steelhead finds one more nade to connect and takes the first round. Changed the names in the overlay, but I did. What do you mean? Oh, angry couple fight. Ah, I see. No. The angry couple fight is when Grifficle and Redengard fight. Or Grifficle and Serp, I guess, at this point. Max Brass is a Disney princess, which is different. He's not a Disney princess. He's way more elegant than that. Okay, let's see. Where is this conversation? They're going back to sparring, so we're good. I don't have to worry about anything. Makes my life easier. These two raring and itching to get back into another fight. Sticking with their characters. And it looks like neither have changed their loadout. Buddy Champ sticking with the double Chilla. Steelhead gonna stick with his. It works really well. It definitely seems like he's starting to get a really good vibe on what this match is. And Bunny Champ looking to potentially try to change things up. Catch Steel a little more off guard with that whammer. Starting off getting about 120 damage, which is a pretty solid start and gets a lot more chip damage in there. Just so far doing an effective job of just pressuring Steel with that whammer and the Chilla combo. Quickly takes down 80% of Steel's health, has yet to be touched. Steel gonna safely dodge out of the way of that rush and gets a quick punish with the Phoenix. Rush was definitely a very aggressive one. And Steel might have an opportunity to try to bring things back. He can only take one more hit though. No, he can't even take one more hit. That Chilla is going to connect. And Bunny Champ taking a pretty solid round there. Steel almost making a comeback, but not able to just that time. Moving back over behind Bunny Champ. Steel going back to double nade as a response to counter this whammer. Gets hit by that, but he's still got that armor. He's still got some good pressure, and he's just kind of keeping things rolling. Gets frozen. Just trying to look for a moment to get a heavy setup or find a window to go in for the rush, and is able to dive in. Gets 330 damage, and Bunny Champ now at 50% health, getting knocked down immediately again. Champ might be looking for an opportunity just to quickly close this out. Might be a good strategy, as that would allow them to have kept their rush and move into this next round potentially in favor. That said, they choose to use their rush. Steel is going to safely evade it, and is now just looking for one or two more hits to be able to take Bunny down. And that last hit is going to sting, as Steelhead is able to take a round and balance it out. Both players change up their loadouts a little bit. Steelhead going back to the Chakram. Bunny Champ now going back to double Chilla. The previous round, this actually worked really well for Steel, and he's gonna find a confirm with that stun into Rush for a serious amount of damage. Bunny Champ trying to just do a lot of pressuring in general, and ends up giving Steel a lot of rush just off of that shield chip damage. Does get a couple of hits in the end and is able to start getting some nice pressure going, but Steel is going to slip right through the cracks, gets a solid punch, and now is in his buff mode. Bunny Champ just trying to find a way in, get some more damage, likely going to go for a grab there, ends up going for the rush, but Steel going to quickly leap right over it, punishes with the rush, and he's going to take the set. What are you all doing in chat? Oh God, so you've all lost your minds. I'm just that boring. Nobody listens to me. They're all busy talking about memes. Let's see what's going on. Alright, moving on into our next match. We are going to have Jiko versus Tame Dame. Many people, both players very well known in the scene. Jiko placing 4th in Hyrule Saga, losing out only to me. He's a really good Lollipop. Generally, one plays somewhat similarly to Twin 5-0 in the way that he generally is trying to keep his opponent away from him, but also just generally has a different tool set for doing that. Well known for generally working with Tri-Blast, Boomerang. He has started to explore some other arms though. Hang on. We're gonna go to Muzzle. No. No. There we go. And we are set to get this match going. Tame Dame. I didn't even talk about Tame Dame for a moment. So Tame Dame is a Masengo player, one of the most prominent in the North American scene. He's one of the first ones to pick up this character, and he's been one of the ones to kind of stick around with him for the longest time now. We are starting to see a resurgence of some other Masengo players, people starting to come in, pick up this character. Griffical being one of them. Rumor has it Dendi might be interested in exploring more Masengo. Serp definitely having experienced some Masengo himself. And so far, Masengo might actually start seeing a bit of a resurgence and climb back in the tier list. River is back too, Samango, another very well-known Masengo. Those two are not. Or they shouldn't be. Yeah, they're fighting right now. So starting off this match, we're seeing exactly what I was talking about with Jiko before. Really good at zoning, really good at keeping his opponent at bay. He's doing a lot of pokes with the Tri-Blast, with the Boomerang, and has a measurable health lead right now. Tame Dame being able to put that red mask on might help him get in a better position just to kind of get in there and get some hits. But this is actually a place where Jiko is very comfortable in. He's experienced this a lot, dealt with a lot of heavies, and just chipped them down. And we see exactly that with Jiko KOing Tame, even though he was able to safely try to just continue to close in the distance and try to get more and more pokes. Jiko was able just to pressure him out, continue pushing him back with all of these chip hits, and took the first round. Tame trying to use the pillar to protect himself, set himself up for something, but Jiko effectively using the pillar or using the super dash to just leap right around it. Gets a solid grab, and is now in a slight health lead. Tame Dame gonna go ahead and equip the yellow mask, going to try to use that yellow mask pressure, try to bait Jiko into something so that he could try to have a upper hand with his rush. It's gonna quickly get knocked down though, as Jiko's just gonna patiently box this attack, these attacks down, and just puts himself in another massive health lead. Jiko just having a really solid pattern motion, he's got a good feeling for the rhythm of this match, and he's just out-tempoing Tame Dame in almost every step of the way. Tame Dame tries to mix it up, and Jiko's just ready. He's just like, nope, you don't get it mixed it up. You're just stuck in this loop. Finally finds a moment, but that is the danger of trying to go for those when your opponent has rush. They're just gonna give you a big nope right to the face. And Jiko gonna take the first round. Alright, so players are just looking to do a bit of banning right now. Jiko, a very underrated player in this community. You don't hear about him very often, even I don't bring him up too often, but Jiko is a very skilled Lollipop, and he's just really effective at just keeping you away from him. He has a bit of a similar approach to Twin 5-0, but he's more willing just to walk around and just slightly slip out of the way. I heavily agree. Except in this tournament, Steel, you might notice that Jico is seated number 2. This is because I know him. Jico's getting all the respect from me. I've known him for a while. I've seen his placements. I know how he plays. He's a good player. That said, Tame Dame is seated as number 3, so he is also a very prominent player. He does good jobs. I believe seated all the way at 5th. It's almost like she's playing motion controls or something and isn't playing at top of her game. It's almost like she's trying to do that to keep her sanity in check. Moving into the second round of this match, Tame Dame's gonna switch over to the Chakram rather than working with the tools that he had before. I can't even remember because I'm a terrible commentator. Starting off, Tame Dame going to successfully find his way into equipping the blue mask is going to take advantage of the fact that Jico has switched over to Toaster, a much easier arm for him to evade. Jico probably is expecting that Tame is going to try to find more opportunities to throw on the red mask, thus allowing him to just be a lot more of a challenge more often. That said, he's gone for the blue mask. He went for the blue mask for a while, and it worked out pretty well. Right now, both players at about even on health. Just looking for an opportunity to get an advantage, land a rush. Jico slipping through, baiting out that movement and punishing with a well-aimed charge Toaster. Tame gonna use that armor from the yellow mask rush to protect himself, but Jico just ready to safely protect himself, and now Tame having to fight in yellow mask is gonna quickly de-equip it, able to use that pillar to save his hide, but still at a slight disadvantaged position. Gonna try to set himself up to equip a better mask, maybe get some advantages utilizing the pillar. Jico though just patiently stalling out the match, just not really trying to do too much, not risking too hard, going for a couple of reads here and there, and now has a solid enough health lead that Tame is not going to be able to bring this back. Moving on into the second round here. Jico going to stick with the Toaster, safely dodges that rush, ends up getting caught by the second half though, as Tame is able to parry down the boomerang with that Chakram Rush. It's a very safe rush. It covers a lot of ground. It's really difficult for an opponent to try to work around. It works very well for a lot of players who utilize it, and it's one of the strongest things about the Chakram, is the way it just covers the entire screen with giant spinning saw blades. Jico looking to try to start bringing things back, gets a disarm, gets a quick hit on that follow-up, and still has a lot of damage to start bringing things back with. He's got a rush ready. Tame Dame also ready with the rush. His rush is definitely going to be a lot better than Jico, so you're probably going to be looking for Jico wanting to try to bait it out. Safely does so with a very well-timed super dash and pressure with that Toaster. And now Tame Dame trying to find an opportunity to start charging up rush and just try to get some space and opportunity to fight back. Jico closing in the distance. You know he's trying to bait out a heavy investment from Tame so that he can get a safe and very powerful rush. 15 seconds left on the clock. Tame gets knocked down. If he gets caught by a grab and potentially a rush follow-up, Jico can actually take this too. Gets the disarm, gets a bunch of chip damage. That's actually enough. Is that enough? Nope, that is not enough. If Jico went for a little bit more chip damage on his rush and maybe a couple additional hits, he might have actually had that. Ended up holding back though, and that's going to allow Tame to take the first round. Starting off this next round, Jico going to switch back to the tribal, just general wide safe pressure. Tame going to go for another rush. Jico exceptional at baiting these out. I don't think I've seen a single one properly hit Jiko yet. Or it's been in cases where it's not really worked out for Tame regardless. Jiko punishing that rush, or landing the rush very effectively, and following up with a nice grab, recognizing that Tame was wanting to go for a pillar there. And now Tame, at critical health levels, cannot take a single hit more, and has to fight back. Almost going to get his rush, but will not be able to utilize it, as Jiko is going to get one more hit in there and take Tame out. Tame Dame going to be moved down into the loser's bracket. Jiko moving on into the semifinals to face off against Steelhead or J-Ro. We won't be streaming that one, as I literally have streamed both of them. They're cool people, but we've also seen them both. And I'm going to be having my match with Bunny Champ anyways. Both players doing exceptionally well. Jiko, he's just a nightmare to play against. He is very effective at what he does. You cannot underestimate that guy, as if you do, he will just zone you out and you will not be able to hit him. Bad times will be had. Okay, we're gonna keep working with default motion control. And I'll just keep learning. Okay. Let's see. I guess I ban first. I'm just not wanting to go to Buster. I'm too awkward right now to be able to do that effectively. So our next match is going to be Melee versus Bunny Champ. We might as well put the tag into and everything, eh? Bam. It's solid. Just wait on Bunny Champ to respond. Oh, that's Steam. I don't want that. Just wait on Bunny Champ to respond, and once they do, we should be able to continue with this. Just need to do some stage striking. Just a reminder for anybody who is interested in seeing the brackets, this is it right here. I am also going to remind everybody that if you are interested, to make clips. Clips are healthy. They're good. They're cool. They help out with the channel. They help out my stream. They help my channel grow. They help the scene grow because people get to see more of those cool moments. Make clips. Have fun. Share them. Alright. With that said, let's start our next match. We might do losers round 3. But we got the semifinals coming up, so don't worry about that. Okay. Bunny Champ gonna go in with default Mechanica. Oh. Sometimes I forget how long the charge lasts. And it's gloves too, so I'm already absolutely delighted. Oh no! It was supposed to land! Yeah, I'm not worried about, like, if it happens, it happens. Okay, let's go in. Motion controls, free reign, double tribal. Let's go. Oh, I timed that poorly. Oh god, this is horrendous. So bad. At least I can land a grab. Congrats. Come on. No, where's the rush button? Yay! Yay! Believe wins with motion! Believe is evolving! Yeah, of course you're gonna do that now. Just infinite perma-charged. Now, I need to be moving. Oh god, yeah, those toasters are really fast. Those are really fast toasters, oh gods. About armor, if you armor through an attack, do you get pushed back a little? Oh yeah, no! Chip damage pushes you back. The hardest part of motion. Moving! I feel you on that. Like, yeah, you can push somebody back if they've got armor. That's why chip attacks work so well against motion users. You know what? We're gonna do a couple of customs here. So the whammer can work. We'll just lean into that. We'll go sparring again. I'm just looking to get knocked out. And learn stuff. So we'll do that. Oh, I forget. The backroom rule says you have to announce arm changes. We should be good. Professional arms commentator. I mean, you gotta learn somehow. You ask questions. You ain't gonna learn if you're not asking questions. Or looking to understand. Yeah, Bunny Champ saw the stream. He's like, I know what you're doing. So he stream sniped me. It's always cool to get stream sniped. I'm trying to learn motion here. Give me a break, man. Just like everyone else. Yay! We got this. Oh god. I just can't move. I just can't move. I keep forgetting how to move. Oh, God. You know, the way I'm playing, I should just be Master Mummy. Hey, at least I can land rushes. I can do something. Nope. Nope. Let me bring this back. No! Teleporting toasters! No, no, I want that. I don't know how to aim. All my arms are too curved. Nope. You're just gonna... try to grind, rush. Nope, we're not gonna get that chance. I could actually do that even with motion. Oh well. Shout out to Bunny Champ for trying to... oh wait, I did that wrong. Trying to tilt me by picking my character. And then counter-picking, even though Bunny Champ wasn't legally actually supposed to recognize the loadout I went with, and then changed in response to that beforehand, so good on ya. Tame, I'm actually going to be streaming Steelhead and Jigo next. No, I actually enjoy it, Hamma. I'm actually, if I'm salty about anything, I'm salty about Bunny Champ bringing in a Parasol, cause they saw that on the stream I changed my loadout. And then they announced that they changed. I don't mind the motion. It's motion. And it's like, you'll have more control over your arms. I mean, when you have more control, the first thing you're gonna do is, oh god, my arms are everywhere! That's how it kinda goes. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to have no idea what I'm doing. Now that I'm starting to get an idea of it though, it feels kind of cool. So this is the winner's final, which means we are now in the best of 5 territory. Fun chuck in motion sounds awful. That actually sounds really cool. What do we go with? Here I is, best of 5. Bandy and Nay, Spartan Re... We going Moss? Steel X is Moss. Let's go. Yeah, no, like... Fun Chuck seems like it'd be so much fun in motion. It'd be fun to do anything in motion. It's kind... to help me not get so emotionally worked up and caught up in all this stuff, motion is definitely helping in that regard, and I really need that considering. Refer to previous Twitter post if you want to know why I feel it's important to chill out for myself. Moving on from that conversation though, we are going to be running our winners final, or winners semi. Or winners finals. Yeah, this is winners final. Grand finals is next. So starting things off, Steelhead demonstrating why he is currently the top seed in this bracket. Just shutting down Jico and all of his options and ending up to taking a 50% health lead. Even going back over to work with defaults. Kablammer, it's not always the best arm, but it is a good arm and it can work very effectively in the right situations. Obsidian Storm, thank you for the follow, sweetie. As we're seeing just right here, Jico starting to push back a little bit, has inflicted some light damage on Steelhead. Steel though, just looking to get a rush confirm or just like 2 more hits. A charged nade, a charged kablammer, a rush or grab will just mix 2 of any of that and Jico will be knocked out. I did get a follow from them about 2 minutes ago. Whether or not they're here, hard for me to say. If they're not here, it's fine. If they are here, hi! Steelhead looking for just 1 more hit to be able to take Jico down. 10 seconds left on the clock. Steel could easily just shield this out. He's not really worried about much. Gets 1 more hit with the kablammer. And that's going to be the first round going to Steelhead. Hang on, I've got to just make a note. Okay, Jico finding a nice window to slip in, gets a solid rush, and is now at a slight health lead. Just trying to use that Chilla to freeze Steelhead. If he can land it, that can actually really mess up Steel and his movements. Max Routes does not like being frozen. And we kind of see that with a quick combo that does about 200 damage. Well, no, it'd be 155? Yeah, because the first hit is armored. And now Steel just kind of vulnerable to some heavy hits. Takes a bit of damage there, and now Jico in a slight health lead. Gonna quickly get his rush back right away too. And Steel just trying to find a window to get in there. Gets the comeback status and is now looking to just try to carry out with this. If Jico can get a freeze, gets a rush confirm or any of the sorts, he can actually bring it back here. A nice shield is going to save Steel, but that boomerang is going to catch him as he makes a punish attempt, utilizing all of his evasive options in the air, and Jico brings it back. With the score now 1-1, Steelhead gonna switch over to double nade and gets a nice overhead grab to knock Jico down, prevent him from being able to keep that fight or take advantage of that freeze. And now Steelhead and Jico are about even on health. Steel gonna find a nice moment to go in with that nade though, and is holding on to a slight lead because of that. Both players holding on to rush, ready to get something going. Jico gonna take advantage of the fact that Steel was trying to go in for a lot of punishes on that freeze. Sees a nice moment for rush and is going to land for a hearty 340 damage. Steelhead now in a pretty bad position, is looking to get some good pressure to bring things back, and starts with just disarming Jico and blasting him down with double nades. Finds another window to slip in. Jico does not have rush and is definitely going to be hurting to get it soon. Gets another 1-2, and now Steelhead ready with rush. Jico needing to bait this out and not get hit anymore in order to survive, is almost ready with the rush of his own. but he has so little health that one nade is going to be all Steel needs to close out the first round. Ugh. I should set up some tea again. Tea would be good. Alright, they've moved over there, that's good. Other stages are happening. Where did I go? There. Alright, so going on through this first round, Steel able to bring it back after Jiko is Steel had started off pretty strong, but Jiko was able to respond to that loadout very effectively. And then Steel just switched up his pressure, switched up his moment. I need an emo for my tea kettle? Oh, dudes, I would be so down for that. I mean, I could probably find a way to get something. Oh! We could get, like, we could make, like, an arm that's a tea kettle and then have it steaming or, like, charged. That would be adorable. Heading into this next round, Jiko going to take advantage of this more open space, looking to use the Tri-Blast alongside the Boomerang now. Just with more space and more opportunity for movement, this can be really good for Jiko. Steelhead gonna stick with the double nade loadout. Starts with a very good pressure tool, some really nice options. And so far starts off with a light lead. Jiko gonna find some good opportunities to get some light pressure in there and knock Steel down, but is not able to keep him down enough for him to not be able to get that build up again. Steel just continuing to apply light pressure, trying to knock those pillars down, is successful in knocking down his first one. This second one, still up a little bit. Just trying to wait things out, encourage that pillar to go down. Couple more hits on that thing and it's definitely gonna fall, and it is gone. It is now an open field for both to move around in and prance freely. Steel starting off with a light lead in this match and is going to find a window to dive in with that rush. That's not going to be enough to KO just yet, but he is just looking for one more hit. And any straight hit, that nade, for example, is going to be enough for Steel to take the first KO. Moving on into the second round of this match. Looks like Jiko is going to be moving in with a decent lead on rush. Potentially looking to just bring things back from here. Lands the Boomerang, but is not able to follow up with the Tri-Blast, as the Boomerang is just going to blow Steelhead far away. Steelhead finds a couple of opportunities to slip in some nade hits and is now in a slight lead. That chip damage though, gonna quickly even things out. Steel ready with a rush, goes in and tries to go for a Dendy grab, but it's not gonna work. Jiko gonna quickly slip aside and do a quick punish with his Tri-Blast and quickly charges back his rush. Steel gonna go for his, gets a quick chip, but Jiko gonna avoid the remainder of it as that position just was off by just enough that Jiko is able to avoid the majority of the brunt. Jiko goes for his rush, but it's going to get punished by a very swift and intelligent Max Brass. Very smart man right there. Dodges it and gets a wonderful punish. Both players now very low on health. Steelhead in Brass mode is going to be a lot harder to take down, but also that chip damage can be very beneficial, as 2 hits later, Jiko is going to quickly drain Steel of all of his health. Moving on into this next round, Steel gonna find a nice window of opportunity, catches that dash, and puts a solid amount of damage on Jiko and putting himself in a nice lead. Jiko quickly getting a rush ready of his own, is now gonna likely try to find a window to get in and get some damage. Gets some chip damage on Steel, but is just eating these nades for lunch, and it is... You can tell he is not enjoying this meal. Steel gonna quickly be able to bring back his rush, just blocking all of these attacks and throwing out so many attacks himself. It charges your rush really quickly. There's a lot of cases where if you just throw out rush, sometimes it's just worth it. And we see Steel getting a nice grab, just narrowly evading that grab from Jico, and gets a quick punish, taking the second game. Steelhead, now with a 2-score lead, is looking to get one more to make it all the way to the finals. Jico looking to try to potentially come back with a different stage setup, different approach. Maybe some new tools or a mental approach will help him out a lot. A lot of it with motion controls versus controller is there are advantages and disadvantages to either side, but pretty much what Spicy said is you usually just start with whatever you're comfortable with, and you kind of just stick with it because you learn it and then you have fun. I'm probably like one of the rare people who are like, I'm gonna learn motion now after playing controller for so long. I know there's a couple out there who are like that, but they're mildly uncommon. Going back to the scrapyard, Jico making a nice change over to the Hydra. A very effective tool against Brass as it covers a lot of his body. You can tell he's a very big boy. You could probably hit him with all 3 shots if you aim it right. And it's really difficult for Brass to kind of punch down, as it's just the way it's set up and the way it moves. Brass doesn't always have the right angle or positioning to be able to block it. And the Fire Emblem is solid enough that you're gonna do some good work with it. Nice knockdowns. Jico getting a solid 330 damage rush and is holding onto a pretty solid lead for this first round. Safely dodges that grab attempt, but is now pushed into a corner, and Steel gonna try to go for a grab in that position and gives Jico an opportunity to slip out of the way. Breaks down the last pillar. Jico now left in the open, and Steel gonna take advantage of that to close the gap and go straight for the throat with a feisty grab. Now Jico, in his final frames of health, makes the only read he could make. The only thing he could have done to survive that. Throws out the Hydra. It connects on Steel, and Steel falls. Moving on into the second round, Jico just about ready with his rush. Gonna get caught by Steels. Takes 260 damage, but is ready to respond with a powerful rush of his own. Ends up missing for the most part, but does just barely catch it with the boomerang and gets 160 damage and is rewarded with some solid pressure. Goes for a grab, but Steel is going to be more than ready. Safely blocks it with his deflect and is rewarded with a deliciously free grab. Immediately putting Jico in a very bad position. Steel trying to find his way in to get some more damage. Gets a side nade explosion and is just holding onto an admirable lead. Tries to go for the punish, but that super jump is really difficult to catch. And Jico is going to be able to safely move out of the way and gets a block. Steel gonna respond though. Just, you might have dodged my rush punish, but I'm just gonna grab you twice and you're dead. Heading into this final round, Jico gonna switch over to a classic of his, the Seiki. Another powerful tool against Brass. Little patient on that though, and Steel is going to swiftly dive in, recognizing just these moments that Jico wants to shield to charge up, and is just taking advantage of them to get 340 damage immediately stacked up on Jico. Tries to go for the grab, but that allows Jiko to get a solid pressure or punish for 440 damage off of that rush. Has ever tried playing with a GameCube controller? I actually have. It works. It's not horrible, but it's just like a Switch Pro controller, just like motion control. It's not... It's only good for people who are really comfortable with the GameCube controller. Tries to go for the rush confirm. It's not going to work just due to angling. And that one C key is not going to be enough. And Jiko just choosing to use his rush there. Ends up missing actually possibly a very pivotal setup where he could have just went for a deflected explosion, potentially taking Steel down if he was not prepared for it. That Tsiki though is going to pop out from right underneath of him. And that's going to be Jiko taking a round of his own. Jiko able to at least confidently walk away, knowing that he got one game in this set. That said, this match is not over. It is very possible that Jiko can bring this back. Only has to win 2 games to claim the set. But the challenge here is the fact that Steel gets to choose the stage, and he can choose whatever he wants beyond Jiko's bans. So that means, you guessed it, we're going straight back to Mausoleum. This stage can actually work pretty well for Lollapop. There's a lot of good pressuring options and just opportunities that Lola can utilize even in this kind of matchup to just stay away from Brass or keep him away. But Brass is really good at also pressuring here. Steelhead gonna go in, has the Chakram still equipped, just ready to use it if needed. He's gonna go nade Kablammer though, looking to try to use it to just shut Jiko down. Jiko sticking with the Hydra. Definitely can be a very troublesome tool for Steelhead to have to combat. Especially with Steelhead being one of the jumpier Brasses, he enjoys those hops. And Hydra's really good at punishing that kind of stuff. Starting off this match, both players holding out, pressuring each other pretty effectively. Steel holding onto a mild lead here, and has Rush ready, just looking to keep things going further in his favor. Is effectively holding Jiko back on the wall, and gets a Rush confirm off of that explosion, giving himself the first round with an ample supply of health. Jiko now one round away from getting moved over to the loser's bracket. Steel one away from being able to move to the grand finals. So that he might have like bragging rights or something, I don't know. Starting things off, Jiko able to land a nice rush, get some good pressure off of it, and is going to push Steel back against the wall. Not able to find too many opportunities though, as Steel is just deftly dodging around all of these attacks. Jiko finally finding an opportunity to get in with the boomerang. Gives him a lot of much needed breathing space. Steel trying to close in the gap, get a little bit closer so he just has a solid grab opportunity or even a rush setup. Jiko gonna push him back though, just safely dodging around all these attacks, getting some nice Hydra shots in, getting the odd poke. And is holding onto a light health lead. Steel gonna just switch that though, and is able to connect a single charge nade. Brings himself into a quick lead, but that quick chip is going to be enough to put Jiko in the lead again. And now Steel finds a solid opportunity to go in for that rush. Jiko just looking to try to bring things back. Actually might be in a position where if he lands rush, he's either going to be one hit away, or he will be able to KO Steel with this rush. Gets a wonderfully well-timed rush, 360 damage. Jiko really needed that. And now bringing the score to 1-1. Steelhead starting off a little bit closer to Rush, immediately backs into a corner to try to get that brass build up. And Jico just hot on his heels, not giving him the chance to get that power that he so much desires. Jico dodging around a lot of these attacks is definitely giving Steel a much harder time this round, and is holding on to a massive health lead, up to 50%, even more so with that single hit. I think Jico is actually holding on to a perfect right now, just as long as he can keep this pressure up. Just a little bit away from being able to confirm or KO with Rush. Definitely can do that now. All Jico needs is to confirm something into a Rush. Goes for the grab. Steel is going to respond and meets it with a grab of his own, and is now at critical health. Jico still at over 90% health. Steel only has a single pixel left. Tries to jump over, is not going to be able to have his way, and Jico bringing the score to 1-1. Alright, player's gonna go just dive straight back into Mausoleum. It's a gorgeous place. It's a cool place. It's got some rockin' music. It's a pretty well-designed stage. The trampoline adding a lot of complexity when it happens. Didn't happen last match, actually. Both players generally keeping their distance, not wanting that thing to break open. Diving straight into this next match. Both players holding their ground, holding neutral pretty effectively. Jico slowly pushing Steelhead into the corner. Ends up Steel, though, finally finding a window to slip out and starts pressuring with those nades. And now holding on to his sizable health lead. Jico trying to find what just gave him so much wonder and opportunity in the previous round. Not having as much luck this time. Steel holding on pretty admirably. Just keeping up that pressure, keeping up that tempo, and making sure that Jico just doesn't have the space he needs to get that momentum. Another well-aimed nade. Gonna catch that super dash. And now Jico in the red is trying to just... If he gets hit by Rush, that's going to be a KO. If he gets hit by anything at this point, it will likely be a KO. Steelhead just below 75, just above 50 now, and is just looking to get one final hit. Jico's starting to bring this back. If he gets a grab or just a couple of quick hits, he's not gonna get anything. The Hydra is gonna connect right in his face. Oh yeah, no, we'll get labels later. This was like quickly mashed together just before the EU one. I'm gonna be fixing up a little bit more. This is Winner's Finals, yes. Starting off this second round, Jico going to land a well-aimed grab, and is going to reward with himself by having some solid neutral ground and a slight health lead. Steel trying to bring this back, but this pressure is just working a lot more in Jico's favor this time, and getting some really nice trades. The explosion gonna stutter Jico for a moment, not enough for Steel to really get any opportunities. Both players holding onto the rush, just trying to find a window where it actually would be smart to use it. Jico just safely, deftly dodging between all of these shots, and has enraged Steelhead. Steel just looking to just bring things all the way back. Brass is definitely the character for you if you want to do this kind of stuff. Jico, though, doing his absolute best to make sure Steel doesn't have that opportunity. A single uncharged Hydra will be enough. You can tell he's just looking for some kind of opportunity. That grab comes out and is going to result in a KO as the boomerang collides with the grab and goes straight for the face. Moving into our final round for Winners Finals. Whoever takes this will be moving on to be the top player of Grand Finals, and the other player will have to make an attempt at a comeback. No, I want to add like 60 details. We want like a scrolling bar of text on the right talking about like all these numbers, just random. We'll just have random numbers on that side. On the left side, we'll have text to speak, or whatever. So I'll just be commentating, and then somebody will be typing down everything I'm saying on the left side, and it's just gonna scroll down. On the bottom, it's gonna say subscribe to Sam's Gaming. Chico, in a pretty solid lead right now, is holding on with some good pressure and is now looking for a single rush confirm or just some more pressure to take Steel down. Steel needing some more damage, a potential rush, finds a window to dodge Chico's rush, doesn't get his rush to land though, and Chico gonna just continue to keep this pressure going. 20 seconds on the clock. Steel needs to make things work for him now. He does not have the time to keep this fight going. But if he's not careful, he is going to get KO'd. He does not have enough health to take a single Hydra shot more, and that is going to be enough. Steel getting knocked down into the loser's bracket. Chico moving on to Grand Finals with a complete reverse sweep. Alright, with that said, Steel, if you want to chill in here, we'll be getting to your match shortly. We do need J-Ro and Tame, though. That was a very vicious match. Full of power. So fast movements and skills and talents. Alright, setting things up. We are going to be having Tame Dame versus Off faces versus face against J-Ro in his temple grounds. Yeah. J-Ro running away. This is the second week. Spicy, it can't be the second week. It's literally impossible because this is the first. This is the first scrap of the Scrapstar Series for NA. Literally cannot be the second one. It'd be kind of cool. That sounds pretty entertaining. Starting off with our first match. Tame Dame going in. He's got that Glusher. We've seen so much of it in the EU ARMS Scrapstar. Second place player, Penzo came in and was able to use this exact same loadout but on Kid Cobra to bring himself to second place. Couldn't find a way to make it work against Rifa though. Tame Dame though starting off very strong with this loadout. Very similar. Just J-Ro trying to find a way through all this, is not having the luck he wants. This is actually, hold up. We've got an NA, we've got a Bite and Bark, and a Masango doing loser semifinals. NA, look, we've done it. The scene has grown. Both of these are, though, to keep in mind, they're classic players. Players that have been well known in the community for a long time. They've been around for many, many months. Both very prolific and skilled in how their character plays. Tame Dame had a solid health lead, but J-Ro quickly bringing things back into his favor, and now both players are looking for just a confirm to land a rush to potentially KO, or even a quick grab and a couple more hits. Tame equipping the yellow mask, you know exactly what he's looking for. He's looking for a confirm with rush, but ends up getting away with just a couple of light taps, a charged Glusher, And that's going to be the first round going to Tame. Have a good night, Spicy. Thanks for joining, sweetie. My voice is so demolished. J-Ro, moving into the second round, both players sticking with their loadout. Tame Dame quickly striking down that poor defenseless doggo. J-Ro going to find a window though to land that rush, but gets caught by Tame as he throws a Glusher curved rush to just block him out. Safely dodges aside, is able to block the entirety of that rush. Tame not even choosing to use the Glusher for chip damage. Likely not wanting to give J-Ro an opportunity to build more rush. Just trying to close him out. Make sure he doesn't have the space he needs. Oh, my voice is getting worse. J-Ro holding on with some pretty solid pressure, is getting some really good work in here, and ends up knocking the yellow mask off of Tame. Tame trying to close the distance here. Has a lot of work to go though, as J-Ro has more than a 50% health lead, while J-Ro literally cannot, or Tame Dame literally can't take more than a single hit. That boomerang is going to connect, and that's going to be J-Ro taking a round for himself, bringing the score to 1-1 on this first game. Tame Dame making a nice swap over to the Hydra to try to just deciding not to utilize the Glusher and its curves. Just gonna have something a lot more straighter, a lot more consistent. Something very effective. Just chooses straight to go for Bark. Actually a pretty solid strategy, as he was able to safely do it without making himself too vulnerable. As Bark will pressure and can just kind of wall you out if you're not careful. Tame catching that rush, just an easy punish when you've got that yellow mask. J-Ro maybe being a little eager to try to punish that, set something up. Even tries to dodge so he can set up another round, but doesn't get anything to work out for him. And now Tame holding on with a monumental lead. These rounds are swinging heavily one way or another. Whenever one player gets the advantage, they're just advantaged. That Hydra is going to connect, and Tame Dame taking the first round. I'm gonna heat up some more too. You know, a commentator probably wouldn't have been too bad of an idea, but I'm also just I'm comfortable being in my own little bubble and doing this on my own. I kind of just want to do it on my own, so I'm happy still. Even if my voice is rapidly deteriorating. Yeah. Just letting you all know, as you already have been doing to some degree, thank you all for doing. I am actually looking for feedback on these events. Looking for ways to potentially change it up, fix it up, make sure it's ran as well as it can possibly be for an optimal experience for all players. Heading over to Via Dolce. It looks like Tame Dame is just going to go with a steady boxing loadout. J-Ro sticking with his loadout. Kind of has a little bit of a similar playstyle to what Jico does, in the fact that he's got a light spread arm, and then he just has the boomerang to kind of catch players off guard as he's slipping around the cracks. Gets a nice stun, doesn't get a grab confirm off of it. Revolver is a very difficult arm to get grabs off of, as you need the final shot to be the stun. Otherwise, you're probably just going to kind of leave yourself out in the open, go for a grab that's easily punished. Both players about even on health. Equal footing too, J-Ro a little closer to the corner. ends up finding a way out, but Tame gonna quickly punish with a grab and ends up taking 160 damage off of J-Ro's rush. Throws on the armor mask now that there is no rush, feeling like he is pretty safe just to go ham. But J-Ro gonna hard punish it, gets a slippery boomerang in, and is just continuing to apply some fierce pressure. Two gloves do 235 damage, and now J-Ro just kind of slipping between these two bubs, and is just looking to get a couple of safe hits. One more hit for J-Ro. Tame Dame needing to get 2 hits here. A quick 1-2 will definitely be enough, but the boomerang is going to catch him from the side as he's too focused on trying to evade and box, and he just doesn't have the movement he needs to be able to take that round. J-Ro changing things up is going to slip on the Hydra, as that boxing style, while very effective, doesn't always work. And with the right approach, there's a lot of players who will just easily slip around that flurry of gloves. Both players about even on health still. Again, a very balanced match. Both players just try to find windows, getting a couple of shots here and there. The other tends to respond. And then slowly after the first 30 seconds or so, one starts to find an advantage to some degree. Both players still just looking for an opportunity to throw out rush. Tame utilizing the larger girth size of the red mask to get a lot of pressure in, but J-Ro gonna find his way through and gets a lot of damage in response. Tame quickly punching down that glove. Grab. You can just see both players constantly dancing and weaving to and fro, just trying to find their way in and through stuff. J-Ro going to be the first one to go for his rush. Tame safely blocking it, having a pretty interesting exchange with that shield breaking, and then just quickly recovering it, and then just landing his rush, follows it up quickly, and now the score brought to 1-1 again. As this is loser semis, this is still a best of 3. If J-Ro is able to take this, he will be able to force one final round and potentially bring this back. Tame Dame, if he can take this round, will be set to move on to face off against Steelhead in the losers finals. Tame feeling the need to use his rush there to block that boomerang, and is able to successfully land a solid rush there, and holding a massive health lead this time. J-Ro getting 245 damage there, but now barely has any health left. He can't take a single hit more. Tame still just a bit above 50% health, is going to land one finishing blow with an uncharged Hydra, and is going to walk away from this match and prepares himself to face it off against Steelhead. We'll do this because he's an STL boy. He's a good STL boy. Oh, well, do you guys hear that? It's a screaming teapot. That's a screaming teapot. I'm gonna go grab my tea. I'll be right back. That literally could not have been timed better, could it? Like, as soon as the match ends, and we're just setting ourselves up, I just fixed the names up so we're good to go, and then it's like, woo! Alright, moving into the losers finals. This is a best of 5. And here we're going to be having Steelhead facing off against Tame Dame. Oh, gods. I really need some tea. It's too hot still. F. Sad face. Starting off with this first round, we've got Tame Dame going in with Tri-Blast Toaster. Just some wide coverage, some nice explosive power. Steel going in with the Nade Chakram though. If Tame can equip that red mask, he definitely can have some good pressure. And he can kind of eat through that a lot more effectively. But Steelhead's also just really scary, and sometimes you might not have the opportunity to do that. Steel starting up. I just realized. Oh gods, I actually seeded this really well. I'll talk about that in a moment. Steelhead just dominating this first round. This is why a lot of people don't like to go against Brass in Buster Beach. It's not pretty. It's just a not pretty thing for a lot of players. Starting off with this next round, both players just looking for their first hit. Tame going to finally connect and holds himself with a very light lead. A quick rush can quickly turn the tides. A charged nade or chakram grab. But Tame slowly bringing things to his advantage, but gets quickly demasked by a 340 damage rush. And now you see Tame trying to set himself up to wear that mask. But now this is where, while he is going to be safe from knockdown, there's also the fear of the fact that Steelhead can just chip him to oblivion if he isn't careful. Doesn't look like he's going to be too worried about that though. Getting a couple of very well-aimed, well-focused shots, and is going to bring Steel into a very critical position. Steel trying to go for a grab punch there, ends up getting knocked down because of that attempt though. Tame Dame gonna throw a flurry of attacks and ends up taking Steel down, bringing the score to 1-1. Tame quickly putting on that mask. Steel equipping the Phoenix as a response, just putting the Chakram away. He's just gonna make sure that Tame can't fully utilize that red mask when he gets a chance. Does give Tame a little more accessibility to movement again when he has blue mask, but it's a fair trade that Steel's probably very willing to take. Tame going in for a nice disarm, ends up getting some good pressure off of it and a quick hit, but Steel also quickly trading and landing a couple hits in the process. That rush is going to come out for 355, and now Steel in a fairly decent health lead. Tame just trying to look for an opportunity to equip the mask. Gives Brett that Steel had the opportunity to buff up though, and now in a much hairier position. Just trying to find a way in there. Lands the Mander, does not get the air juggle. Was too far away for that to properly connect. That Mander though working very well for Tame. Tries to go for the grab, but Steel's just going to quickly slip out of the way. Knocks him down with an effective Phoenix trade against that Toaster. And now Steel just looking for one more hit. That's likely not going to be it, as Tame is going to just within the last few moments put his shield up. But we've only got 7 seconds left on the clock. Tame needs to make something happen. That is not going to be enough, as Steel was slowly chipping away at the remainder of Tame's health for that match. Especially with that rush, while it didn't KO, was enough chip damage that Tame literally needed to KO Steel to win. Didn't get the opportunity, and Steel is going to walk away with the first round. Let's see, so that's 6, 12, 14. J-Roll! Oh wait, no, yeah. That, it was a 2-0. There we go. 10 health is more than... did they want to go here again? Run back. Yep, he's fine with it. If he's fine with it, I'm fine with it. Starting off this match, Steel gonna switch over to Nade Toaster. A very solid boxing loadout that just allows him to kind of balance out. He sorts out the weakness of one with the weaknesses of the other, and just they kind of complement each other in a way that can close out a lot of players. Tame starting off with a pretty light lead, getting the manner to knock Steelhead into the hot pocket. Not really taking too much advantage of it. Steelhead slowly bringing himself back out, and finally finds a chance to equip that mask. Almost lands that grab, but just curves it a little slightly off. Finds a window to go in with the nade, and is now just with a slight health lead. Tame looking for a window to go in with his rush. If he can connect it, he will have a moderate lead. Gets the grab, and now this is where he's looking for that rush. He's not gonna get it though, as Steel is gonna catch him before he can even recognize that grab is coming. Follows up with another grab though. Now Steelhead is in the red. Tries to go for a quick combo. Ends up canceling his own grab that might have actually connected. Steel wasn't doing anything to it. Manages to hit with the Mander though. And it's going to take the first round. Starting off this second round, Steel gonna quickly push Tame into the corner. Tame though starting off with a slight health lead and gets to successfully block the rush. Now potentially in a good position if he can get this rush to land or take advantage of the potential rush threat with a grab. Steel not gonna give him that opportunity though at that moment. So Tame gonna quickly throw on the yellow mask and is looking for another opportunity to make it work. Steel tasting the wrath of his own nade, blows himself up several times, taking about 130 damage within the last 20 seconds because of his own arm. Almost even more. Tame just quickly swerving things in his favor. Gets a rush confirm, and that is going to bring the score to 1-1. Let's see if they're going to keep that run back, and we're going to see even more Buster Beach. Anything's possible. We might see a different stage from Steelhead, but he loves this stage. It's a good stage for him. He's going to move, though, and decides he's going to go for somewhere that just gives Tame a much rougher time, gives him a lot less breathing room, and is going to head over to Sparring Ring. Neither player will have breathing room in this stage. Whoever gets the advantage will likely be very advantaged, as they'll get equipped their mask, their buff mode, and just continue pressuring and prevent their opponent from being able to find a window to create room for themselves. Starting off this match, Steelhead gonna quickly equip the Chakram, goes in with the Toaster. It's a very well balanced loadout and is definitely can give Tame some rough times. Tame finds a moment though to find that red mask, and we're gonna quickly see exactly what I was saying before though, where Tame now has the advantage and is just going to run with it. Tame though, or Steel finds a window to get a knockdown, and now Tame, trying to find his way out, is able to successfully land the Mander, and we see the power of that window element, giving Tame a massive amount of time just to set himself up and get himself into a good position to counter Steelhead. Steel throwing a lot of attacks out, but Tame just focusing on evading these hits. A Toaster finally connects, but now Steel gonna go for that rush. Tame not even gonna try to use the shield from that mask. He just wants to hold on to that. He's confident he can get one more hit in, and he's going to find it with an uncharged Toaster slipping in between the glove and the Chakram. Going into this next round, Steel putting back on the Toaster Nade loadout, just continuing to feel things out, trying to find the tools that he wants to get this match to work more in his favor. Finds a good nade hit, and now is going to be in the advantage state. But Tame using that pillar effectively to bait out an attack and safely punishes it, and now has found room to put on the yellow mask. Goes in for some good pressure, and is just looking to try to force Steel into a state where he can use the yellow mask just to pressure him out and get an easy punish. Tame not going for the shield there, ends up taking a hefty rush. And now Steel in a pretty solid position, gonna catch Tame with that toaster. And Tame just trying to fight this back, see if he can create a window of opportunity. But Steel just waiting things out. He's not worried. Like, what Tame can try something, and Steel is just more than ready to punish at this point. Steel now ready with a rush of his own. Tame chooses to equip the red mask, probably at a very inopportune time, as he no longer has the ability to dodge anything, and he doesn't have the health to take any hits. That toaster's gonna connect right in his face, giving Steel a round. Both players going into this next round ready with rush. That self-explosion is going to take Steel out of his rush, as Tame's Mander is going to clip that charged nade. Tame starting off with a bit of a health lead. Tries to go for the grab there, but Tame is going to punish it with a charged toaster, taking Steel out of that brass stance, and now equipped with the yellow mask. So far hasn't really utilized the shield that it possesses. Finds a moment though, and is going to swing out that Mander and takes the round, bringing the score to 2-1 in Tame's favor. Oh, this feels so good. As I was saying before though, if anybody, as was previously given by Spicy, I am looking for feedback on these events. If anybody's got anything they'd recommend, such as a bar saying what round it is, if you're interested in different rule sets or so on and so forth. I believe NA is pretty happy just to have back room rule sets though, so we're probably going to keep this one as it is. EU might change up a lot more though, so I'm looking forward to that. Going into this round, Tame Dame looking to take this game right here to claim the set and face off against Jico in the grand finals. Steel looking to just take this round to potentially bring things back, so he has one more shot to take Tame down and move on to the finals himself. That Mander though, giving Steel a very hard time, trying to just punch through it, just throwing out a lot of attacks, and Tame's just taking advantage of it, slipping around all of these attacks and just connecting with this giant greasy fist. Steel gonna try to go for an uncharged punish. Tame Dame did have the red mask, so even if that did connect, he would have been fine. And just ends up getting a little bit of damage on Steel. Not too much though, as he did end up not landing the Mander. Going to bring things out with the toaster though, and just pincers him out. Tame taking another round and is one away from moving on to the grand finals. Tame immediately slipping on the red mask is gonna punish that grab attempt. Steel going in with double nade here, just looking to cause a lot of explosive pressure. But so far is not having much luck. Tame gonna land a 180 damage grab, gets caught by Steel as he quickly wakes up and just throws out a vicious grab of his own and starts getting that pressure in. Slips right through the Mander, is able to land a 270 damage grab, and is now holding onto a light health lead. Tame gonna use that moment to equip the yellow mask, but does not get to take advantage of it, as that explosion quickly knocks him out of the way. Tame just looking to go through with some light pressure, some quick chips, and finds a window in between that flurry to get a solid grab. Follows it up with another one. Steel feeling a lot of pressure, and this is... If Steel cannot make this connect, he's not going to be able to live. Safely blocks that rush with perfect timing. And now looking to land this rush. Lands it, is able to connect, and Steel brings the score to 1-1. Giving himself one more potential chance to get that run back. Having the need to sacrifice his rush though puts him in a much hairier position. Tame Dame though also does not have rush, though a lot more even ground. Still a tricky place as Steel is trying to figure out how to really work around Tame and what he's doing with Masango. Tame slipping right around that double nade barrage and gets a solid pressure, gets right around those attacks and just follows up with another Mander. And Steel quickly being pushed back into the corner. Steel finding an excellent window to go in for a grab, quickly deals some hot damage, gives Tame the opportunity to throw on the red mask, and that Mander is going to catch him in the air, canceling that rush. Now Tame Dame in a very advantaged state is looking for just some more damage to be able to close this out, and now has the opportunity for a rush confirm to KO Steelhead. Gets knocked out of the armor state with the grab, but ends up winning the grab trade and is going to walk away with a score of 3-2-1. An excellent match from both players. Steel putting in his... just trying to work his way around that, but was not able to have any luck. That was a vicious round for him. Alright, moving on to the grand finals, we're going to have Tame Dame facing off against Jico. Overall, I'm pretty happy with my seeding. All the players that... Top 3 players were all players I seeded as top 3, so I did it. I got it. So I'm a happy panda. I didn't expect myself to go far. I did not go very far. It's all good. We are solid. We're going to be slipping right into the grand finals now. The spirit of Masanga is empowering him. That is absolutely correct. And this is a run back as Jico was the one to 2-0 Tame Dame and knock him into the losers bracket. Tame Dame fought his way back and is now looking to try to get some vengeance against the Lola Master himself, or one of the many Lola Masters. We've got like there's Stylo, Jico, there's a lot of really good Lolas. I just realized that. Like, holy jeez. DNA, no DNA, we go Muzz. We are going Muzz. So we're gonna start off the grand finals with the spooky Mumford Arena. Alright, and with everything set up, we are safe to get going. Moving on into this grand finals. Starting things off, Jiko is going to stick with the Hydra Boomerang loadout. It's been working well for him in these final rounds. Tame going in with the buff, a very effective tool against just a lot of things. It's a very coverage tool, very defensive. Not as effective as Parasols in a lot of cases, but it does you a lot of favors. Unfortunately for Tame though, it's not giving him nearly as many favors as he'd probably want, as Jiko is just running him over with these Hydras and Crabs, and is holding on to a massive health lead. Tame tries to go in for a grab, Jiko just deftly dodging aside, and uses the Boomerang to parry not one, but two arms, knocking the Bub and the Slamamander down, and is now just looking for one or two more hits on Tame to take this first round. Tame just trying to box this down, is not going to have his way though, as two uncharged Hydra hits are going to connect, giving Jiko the first round. Just a very solid approach from Jiko. Just completely walling out everything Tame had. Tame safely dodging aside, but the Boomerang just covering so much ground is going to allow Jiko to land the rush regardless. And now Jiko at a 50% health lead, even greater than, as Tame ready with rush is going to try to find a moment to get in. Jiko definitely dodging aside, ends up taking 105 damage from that rush, but does get a good trade on shortly afterwards, and is now just a couple hits away from taking Tame down. Tame starting to get some momentum though, is going to be able to apply some decent damage, but ends up getting caught by the Boomerang one more time. Jiko showing us to not underestimate that Boomerang, as it is just going to blindside you every time. Curve arms are so effective at that too. Alright, so Jiko taking a pretty strong first round. Jiko is crazy good. He is extremely super good. There are people in chat, Sriracha, don't worry about it. Sometimes people just don't feel like conversing. Also, you literally posted that and then asked if anyone else is in chat. Like, give everybody some space, mate. Give time for conversation to happen if it needs to happen. That's an important thing to keep in mind too, is sometimes there's not much more that needs to be said. You said Jiko is crazy good. Okay, he is. There's not really much conversation that can come on top of that. And everybody right now seems to be content enough just listening to me ramble, commentate this event. Chat doesn't always have to happen. We did have a lot of conversation happening earlier too. Moving the conversation along though, we're going to be heading over to Temple Grounds. We all know the rule there. Temple Grounds gives you a plus 5%, or no, 10% to all stats. Tame now faster, stronger, smarter, better. But that's still not enough, because that's actually not real. And Tame taking a pretty heavy amount of damage, as stages like Temple Grounds actually really effective for Jiko. These are the places he thrives. The close zoned areas are usually where he's the least comfortable. Mausoleum being like maybe one of the exemptions to that rule, because of the fact that it's a lot more open than some of the other stages. Lands a 440 damage rush, which is a very solid amount of damage. But even then, Jiko's still in the lead. Tame Dame's gonna need a lot more than just that. Gets 150 damage off the grab. Still not in the lead. Still a little bit behind. And Jiko gonna catch him with another boomerang rush. This guy just... Tame doesn't see any of these coming, and Jiko's just like, this is where you're not gonna see it coming. And immediately catches him off it. Knocks him off his rocker every time. Tame is just not ready for any of these, and Jiko just continuing to be a puzzle for Tame that he cannot solve. All of these reads, all of these plays, all of these motions, just, he can't keep up with this stuff. He'll find an opportunity, he'll find a window for some damage, but he'll land a hit like that, try to go for a juggle with rush, but he doesn't have the tools for it. And then Jiko either gets away, ends up falling down and recovering and not actually getting hit by the rush, or just flat out punishes it. Tame doing his best to try to find a way in amongst the flurry of Hydra and boomerangs. Throws on that glove, or that red mask, but maybe to his detriment, as that just leaves him perfectly open for Jiko to swoop in and lands another rush. Today is definitely an indication that Misango is very happy right now. He's got a lot of love, and likely will continue to get some, and continue to thrive and grow. Dude's awesome anyways, he deserves it. Alright. This is Jiko. This is potentially the last round of this Scrapstar. Should I call this Scrapstar Series or Scrapstar Open? It just sounds more mentally... Like, Scrapstar Series sounds cooler, or it rolls off the tongue a little bit better to me mentally, but like Scrapstar Open just makes more sense, and that's what my brain keeps telling me it is. Moving on into what might be the final match of the first of this long, hopefully long-running series. We are going to be going to Buster Beach once more. Jiko confirmed wizard immediately teleports out of existence on this. Tame Dame wins, congratulations. Perfect match. Tame Dame is literally unstoppable, a god amongst men. Jiko, so terrified of his presence that he disappears without a trace, utilizing his wizardry powers like none have ever seen before. Alright, there are rules on this. Considering that literally just started though, I'd rather not count it. The darkest of magic was unleashed. They used the fourth forbidden mask and sent Jacob to the nether. Ah! No, it's to the Shadow Realm, Tom. It's to the Shadow Realm. Come on, you don't know your game and logic. It's the Shadow Realm. Same thing, different name. No, it's important you get it right. The Nether doesn't sound as cool. Exactly, Nether is Minecrafty. Gaming is Shadow Realm. It's like... Nether is also Mortal Kombat. This is, I'd say this is closer to Yu-Gi-Oh! Than this is Mortal Kombat. Come on, Tom, buddy, pal, friend. Why? Why would you do this to us? The Shadow Realm, you could have used the Shadow, I would have quoted that. I was about to quote it, then I'm like, wait, He didn't say the Shadow Realm. How could you choose the Nether over the Shadow Realm? Did you not grow up with the Yu-Gi-Ohs? Are you not a Yu-Gi-Oh? Where is your Kaiba? Dave has unlocked the secrets of the Millennium Glove. Yes. We can't make a quote of this though. Christmas is ruined. If you, why would you go? Why? Why? Tame is Thanos of the Misangas. True. Neither have I, Tom, but I still appreciate the Shadow Realm. You need to appreciate the Shadow Realm. Respect the realm of Shadow. Shadow Realm greater than Nether. Every time. Okay, Gaddy's redeemed it. We've got a quote. I'm happy. Returning back to the grand finals. Jico starting off with a pretty solid health lead right here. Getting some nice pressure. Tame equipping the red mask, but is not able to utilize it effectively enough to pressure Jico, as he's just gonna push Tame back and just get some really good, just some solid punishes. Tame finally finding an opportunity to punish that rush. He's like, not this time. I've got the yellow mask. I'm going to stop it. And throws out a very nice rush in response. Jico, though, just 1 or 2 hits away from taking Tame out. Tame still needing to do a solid amount of damage. Puts on the red mask, saves him from 1 hit. But because of that decreased speed, that might be potentially detrimental. As all Jico has to do now is get a pretty safe Hydra shot right in there. And is now one win away from taking the NA Scrapstar Series. That's the camera I'm looking for. Tame equipping the yellow mask once more, is looking to utilize it to try to cancel out Jico's rush. Gets some nice pressure and a good follow-up to start. Getting a couple of very well-timed grabs. Jico at a pretty solid deficit right now, and Tame looking to take advantage of that as Jico is pushed back into the hot pocket, the deepest of the pocket, but gets caught by a couple of Hydra shots and a grab, and is now immediately pushed back into the wall of his own, and the health pools are much closer to each other. That yellow mask not even going to be able to help Tame anymore. He's going to throw on the blue mask, try to get some good movement, sets himself up for a nice rush, and now looking for just a little bit more damage to take Jico down. Jico ready with the rush and potentially just some more damage beyond that, and he can very likely take Tame out. Tame swiftly just keeping the blue mask on and just dodging aside from all of these hits. Gets hit once more, gets hit another time, and Jico now potentially can finish this with rush. Tame needing to land a single more hit, but goes for the grab, and that allows Jico to get a rush counter punish. And that is going to be Jico taking this 3-0 against Tame and claiming the first Scrapstar.